Alright, here's our ball joint right here. I'm gonna stick that in there as far as I can. And we're going to use this cup along with this one right here. I'm just going to put it on the back so in case it pushes through some. But it didn't take much to do it on the last one, so I'm thinking it shouldn't take much on this one as well. Scoot it up some so y'all can see a little bit more. There's that. And now we can put the snap ring on. It come with a new cotter pin as well. And I'm going to put the snap ring opening in the front just so it's a lot easier. Alright, so there's that. Now we're going to take it back over and start putting everything back together. One thing I about forgot to do was got to take the fork off of the control arm. There's a 14mm bolt that holds that if I don't break my pin while doing it, and it should slide right out. This one might have an indentation on it. Some of them do, some of them don't. I'm gonna go ahead and just take it out all the way just to be safe. Yeah, it had like a little indentation on it. I've seen them with and without it. Alright, there's that. Here is our new one. And you see right there, there's these two little notches. The little piece in the middle, that's where your fork goes. Also, it has a little indentation on this one as well. So, put this in. And we're going to tighten it down. I'm going to torque it down. I'm going to grab my torque wrench. Alright, so we're going to torque it down now, and the torque spec is 32. Alright, there we go. We got our torque down. Now we can take it, start putting it back in. What I'm going to do is go ahead and put everything in, and then once I get it all in, I'll bring y'all back. I want to show the torque specs for everything. Now, when you put the lower control arm in, do not tighten the lower bolt or where the strut fork goes through. Don't tighten those down. Everything else you can torque down, just because none of that's going to have like rubber bushings in it to where it can actually twist the rubber bushings. So like I said, I'll bring y'all back whenever I get ready to torque down everything. Right, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and torque down these cross strut bolts. and they torque to 47. If I can get in there. Alright. So I got that. I got the sway bar end link in already also. I have the cross shaft fork bolt in, just started by hand, and the back one started. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the control arm in, and then we will bolt it down and get it torqued down. Alright, we got the upper control arm anchor bolts in, and these torque to 47 as well. And then we don't have our strut tightened down just yet, but these right here, they torque down to 35. So I'm going to go ahead and torque these down, and then I'm going to put the knuckle in, go ahead and tighten all the ball joints and all that stuff down, and then once I get ready to torque down the lower control arm and the upper control arm cross bolts right there, I'll bring y'all back. Alright, so I got the jack underneath the lower control arm, and I got pressure on it. It's lifting the car up, so we know that the weight of the car is on there. And we're going to torque the lower control arm back bolt and the one that holds it to the strut to 47 foot-pounds. Alright. Alright, there's that one. I'm going to take the extension off so I can get behind the axle. Alright, that is torqued. So next step is to tighten these right here down. You can't really get a torque wrench in there, but we're going to tighten them down pretty snug. You ain't got to go like 100 foot-pounds or anything, but you can just snug them down pretty snug. And then once we get that, we'll come back and we'll torque the axle nut. We got the tire on, got it torqued down, and we got it back on the ground. Now we're going to torque down the axle nut. I like to do it this way just because it keeps the car from rolling, and I do have the rear e-brake on as well. So we're going to torque this down. It torques to 187 foot-pounds. Okay. Just check it a few times just to make sure that it is torqued. Well, that's everything. Doing pretty much a front end rebuild. We did upper control arm, lower control arm, sway bar end length, lower ball joint, and shock on this, or strut, whichever one you want to call it. But if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. I'll get to them as soon as I can. And y'all remember, torque this tight, and y'all have a great day.